To get a better sense of how much a property is worth, you need to know the recent selling price of similar properties nearby. We call these similar properties comparables or comps. This video will introduce you to our comp search tool. It is designed to help anyone value a property by helping them find similar properties and their recent selling prices. Our comp search tool allows you to mine our extensive residential property database. Our data comes from a wide variety of sources, including Land Registry, Registers of Scotland, surveyors and estate agents. I will now talk you through an example of how to use the tool. Let us assume I'm a potential house buyer interested in valuing number 8 Milton Street, which is a 2-bedroom terrace in York. To help me value number 8, I want to search for the most similar comparable properties that have sold recently. I will begin my search by typing in the postcode of the property that I want to value. In this case it will be Y010 3EP. I also want to avoid being presented with irrelevant properties, so I will use the search filters to exclude properties that I'm not really interested in. I'm looking for 2-bedroom comparables, so we'll use the 2 beds only filter to get those comparables up. As you can see, we now have a list of comparables centered on the postcode that I've chosen with the characteristics I've defined using the search filters. Now let's not stop there. I also want to ensure that all of the properties that I'm looking at have historic estate agency listings data so that I can see things like photos and descriptions to get a better feel for how similar they are to my target property. To do this, I will tell the search to require listing data by selecting this checkbox. I also want to see terrace houses and those that have sold in the last 2 years. It is important to note that the search is always centered on the postcode that I have entered. The more search filters I apply, the further away from my target postcode the comparables are likely to be. To see all the comparables as pins on a map, just click on the link called Show Map. With the map, you can turn on the average price heat map if you'd like to get a better feel for the tone of value in the area. Just so you know, the search is centered on a postcode and will keep expanding outwards in concentric rings until at least 50 comparables have been found. So there we have it, a list of comparable properties which meet my filter requirements. Each row gives summary information about the comparables. This includes information such as the year build, bedroom numbers, internal floor area, and council tax band. If we expand Show History, we can see the sale and listing price history for the property. If I want to see the actual historic listing, click on the link called View Listing. This example listing contains a description with photographs and also a floor plan. Now going back to the list of comparables, we have an individual web page for every property in the country that shows all the data that we have on the listing. To get to this page, you just need to click on the address of the comparable like so. This page has a little bit more info than was contained on the summary table. It also provides a convenient link to the Google Street View and other aerial imagery of the property. We'll look at the Street View for now. And here's a bird's eye view as well. Once again, let's go back to the list of comparables. Let's say that I have now identified 3 properties which I think are very similar. I can shortlist these by clicking on the checkboxes in the far right column. After I've done this, I can view the shortlist. Once I have a shortlist, I have a number of options to do. I can 1. Save the shortlist as a file, 2. Add some more properties to the list. 3. Clear the results altogether. Or 4. Have the shortlist emailed over to me. Finally, I could also create an assisted valuation report. If you are looking to perform an assisted valuation, we have a separate video for this tool which you can access on our company website under the product section. Now this marks the end of our video. I hope you found it useful and informative. The next stop is for you to try it yourself.